resistance members that Dr. Vance's capture coincided with the active shelter to Gordon Freeman. This might cause other resistance members to think twice. Dr. Freeman might cause them to even prompt some to turn him out or turn him over to our cause. The things are such that other desperate renegades are likely to give them license to spreading general chaos and terror. This brings me to the one note of command or second guess the forces of the Overwatch. But this does not mean I can shirk responsibility for recent lapses and even outright failures. I have been severely questioned about these shortcomings, and now I must put the question to you. How could one man slip through your force's fingers? Time and how is it possible? This is not some agent provocateur or highly trained assassin we're discussing. Gordon Freeman's a theoretical physicist who had hardly earned the distinction of his PhD at the time of I have good reason to believe that in the intervening years he was in a state that precluded further development of covert skills. The man you have consistently failed to slow, let alone capture, is by all standards simply that, an ordinary man. How can you have failed to apprehend him? Well, I will leave the upbraiding for another time to the extent it proves necessary. Now is the moment to redeem yourselves. If the transhuman forces are to prove themselves an indispensable augmentation to the Combine Overwatch, they will have to earn the privilege. I'm sure I don't have to the alternative, if you can call it that, is total extinction. In union with all the other unworthy branches of the species. Let's not allow it to come to that. I have promised to convince our benefactors that you are the finest the species has. You have accepted concrete evidence to back it up. My words sound increasingly powerful even to me. As is the consequence of failure. I'll just leave it there. I've been asked to say a few words to the transhuman arm of Sector 17 concerning recent successes in containing members of the Resistance science team. Let me say I regret having to temper my heartfelt congratulations.
Boy, am I glad to see you. We'd better hurry, Gordon. I'm glad you made it here in one piece. My dad's up there somewhere, in that holding area. It's gonna take some doing to get him out. Let's get out of here. I'm afraid I'm flying blind here. Every now and then a Vortigaunt gets captured and sends back information, but we don't have a complete picture of the place. The little we do know is all bad. Get ready. This'll get me into their security system. Now to find my father. Oh my god. These poor people. There! Alright, I think I can bring him in. There! He's on the way. Let's go meet him. Ha! Done. Follow me.
Loss detected.
Come on. He should be in here. Let me just get this open. There he is. All right. Let me see if I can get this open.
Is that really you? I can't believe you found me.
Dad, are you all right?
I'm fine, but you've got to get out of here.
We're here to get you out, Dad.
Never mind me. Save yourselves.
No, we're not leaving you. I think I can recalibrate the Combine portal to get us out of here.
But where will you go?
I talked to Dr. Kleiner. His portal was almost working again. If he's managed to repair it, we'll end up there. If he hasn't, well, we couldn't be any worse off.
It's not worth the risk, Alex. I can't lose you. Get out while you can.
We're not leaving here without you. That's final.
We can't leave Judith here either.
Don't worry, Dad. We'll find her. For now, I'm going to send you to the teleport chamber. I'm not saying goodbye, Dad. We'll meet you there.
I know you will. I'll see you there, baby.
Let's get out of here. All right, over here. We're gonna head back to the security station and try to patch into your suit radio. Wait till you hear from me. Hey, take care of yourself. Worked. Let's see what I can do to clear the way for you. Keep an eye out for Mossman. I'll get my dad through the prison as far as I can, then I'll catch up with you. Hang on, I'll see if I can figure out how to get that gate open. Okay, got it. I'll have this open in a jiffy. got an idea. Head back to that office. According to the schematics, there should be a vent behind those shelves.
Lacerations detected.
Be careful, Gordon. I'm picking up a lot of Combine sensors in the area ahead. I'll start working on this gate. Just a sec. Okay, got it. Uh-oh, look at the monitor. You're coming up to another control room. Looks like it's still occupied. My guess is there's a bunch more soldiers heading your way. Quick, search the room. There should be some Combine turrets nearby. the enemy. Set them up to defend the control room.
Warning. Malignant viral interface bypass detected. Polyphasic core reprogramming detected. Sterilizers and containment fields may be compromised.
I can't shut down those fields from here. I'm going to have to catch up with you to get access to them. I'm picking up a lot of incoming soldiers. Hold the fort till I get there. Hold on till I get there. Keep those turrets set up. Be there in a second, Gordon. Sorry it took me so long. Glad to see you're okay. Let's see if we can find Mossman. It looks like this station might give me better access. There she is. Wait a minute. How'd she...
It's from your area.
I'm not calling about that.
What's she up to?
You promised you weren't going to touch Eli.
Oh my
The
god.
soldiers were a bit overzealous, I admit, but he was too tempting a prize to simply turn loose, especially in the absence of Gordon Freeman.
You would have had Freeman if you'd been patient and just waited for my signal.
We weren't entirely sure you were ever going to get around to that. Human loyalties being what they are.
As I have stated before, you have to let Eli come around on his own.
I have known Dr. Vance far longer than you, my dear. I'm afraid your feelings for him may have blinded you.
Feelings? This has nothing to do with feelings. It's a simple truth that when Eli believes
This is not open to debate, Dr. Mossman.
Doctor, please.
So sorry, Judith. I'm all out of time.
Damn her! I don't believe this! Come on, Gordon. Now we've really gotta hurry. Go on ahead. I'll disrupt the next level of security and catch up with you when I can.
Contact has moved to Block D8. Warning, sterilizers and containment seals may be compromised.
More incoming soldiers. See if there's some more turrets nearby. Quick, get these set up. I'm seeing soldiers in all directions. Here they come. More soldiers. More soldiers are coming, Gordon. Okay, Gordon, I'm gonna leave off here and catch up with you. Be there as soon as I can.
Warning. Surveillance
Come on.
and detection systems inactive. Remaining stabilization team members report containment status. Attention ground units. Mission failure will result in permanent off-world
Great,
assignment.
another security station.
Code reminder.
Alright, Austin, where are
Coagulate clamp.
Ha. Found her. Ha! Got you now. Uh-oh. Well, come on, Gordon. We don't want to keep her waiting. Come on, Gordon! Let me seal this door. You're turning back now. There she is. Leave it talking to me, Gordon. We may need her to get out of here.
Hello? Oh, thank God someone... Alex? Gordon, how did you get in here?
We know all about you and Breen.
What?
You've been a spy for the Combine the whole time.
What are you talking about?
Damn it! Move back, Mossman. We're coming in.
Alex, whatever you may think, I assure you, I have worked to protect your father.
Shut up and be glad you're still some use to us. We're going to reconfigure this teleport and get the hell out of here.
You see, we're working to the same end. I've already reprogrammed the modulator to emulate a Zen relay.
That's my father's work you stole.
It's my work, too. And I had to prove to Dr. Breen that your father would be the most valuable member of any research effort going forward.
Enough of your bullshit! Look, Gordon, there's my dad. I'm going to bring him in.
You found Eli?
No thanks to you. Just enter the coordinates for Dr. Kleiner's lab and let's get moving.
But we need access to the teleport platform and we're locked out.
I'll take care of that. Let's get going. Oh my God. And you've been working with this thing? For how long?
Never. Until now. I did have a fairly good idea of what to expect.
I'll bet you did. It looks like it's waiting for us.
The Combine uses a peculiar pulse-forming network with a very long rise time. It takes quite a while to recharge.
So you've warmed it up for us. Good. And just in time. Dad, down here! Sorry we took so long. I hope that wasn't too bad for you.
Don't worry about me, sweetheart. Judith! I see they set you free.
Not exactly.
Eli! I was so worried about you.
The coordinates, Dr. Mossman.
So, this is the Combine portal. It's smaller than I imagined.
Hurry up, Mossman! Dr. Kleiner!
Yes, Alex, where are you?
We're in Nova Prospect, and we're running the Zen emulation for the first time. Are you ready for us?
Ready, willing, and fully enabled.
Good. We'll send my dad through first. He's in position for... What's that? Hold on, gotta bring this back down. No! Stop! What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Alex. It's the only...
No! Get back
What's
here!
going on,
Dad!
Alex? Judith!
No!
What's happening?
Dr. Kleiner, you have to stop them!
Stop who, my dear?
Oh my god! What coordinates are these? Where the hell did she take him? No. Cover me, Gordon. I've got to reset the portal. Gordon, use the turrets. My God, we made it. But where's Dr. Kleiner? Dr. Kleiner, let us out!
Alex? Gordon? My God, how did you get here? And when?
What's wrong?
My dear, I had given up hope of ever seeing you again.
I was afraid we might not make it either. I think the teleport exploded just as we were porting out.
Indeed, it did. And the repercussions were felt far and wide, but that was over a week ago.
What do you mean? Gordon and I were just there a minute ago.
Fascinating. We seem to have developed a very slow teleport. This suggests an entirely new line of investigation.
A week? Then what have we missed?
A great deal, my dear. The blow you struck at Nova Prospect was taken as a signal to begin the uprising.
But what about my father?
Well, that is most troubling. According to the Vortigaunts, he is a prisoner at the Citadel.
We've got to get my father out.
Barney has been leading a push with that very aim in mind. And another of your friends arrived several days ago.
Dog, you made it! Good boy.
So there, you see? It's not all hopeless.
I wish I shared your optimism, Doctor.
Doc, come in. Are you there? Hey, Doc, are you there?
Yes, Barney, and I'm no longer alone. Alex and Gordon have just arrived.
Well, man, that's good news. I almost gave you guys up for lost. We're planning to set up a staging area for attacking the Citadel.
Gordon and Dog can head your way. I want to get Dr. Kleiner somewhere safer. Then I'll meet up with you.
I'll take all the help I can get. Aw, crap! Incoming! Go on, get going!
Okay, Gordon, you heard him. I'll catch up with you as soon as I get Dr. Kleiner settled.
Just a minute. I can't leave without Lamar. Where did she get to?
Go on, Gordon. I'll take care of this. Gordon, take care of yourself out there. Dr. Kleiner, there's really no time.
No, she's around here someplace.
We'll find you another place.
There's only one hitty.
Gordon Freeman. And about time, too.
Ignorant and doomed despite their eternal vigilance. Would we model...
Gordon Freeman, you're here.
Dr. Freeman? We're coming with you. With you here, Dr. Freeman, we can finally make some headway. We'll help however we can, Doc.
Let us know where you want us, Dr. Freeman.
Okay, Doc. You're in charge. Good call, Doc. Come on, everybody.
Lost biosignal for protection. Victor 3, Unit D service.
Watch out for the hoppers! They're everywhere! The hoppers, Dr. Freeman. We can use them against the Combine. If you can get those hoppers up without sending them off, you can plant them wherever you want them.
Called the Combine can carry us there. Therefore, I say yes, I am a collaborator. All collaborate willingly, eagerly, if we expect to reap the benefits of unification. And reap we shall.
For me.
Has come to my attention. Collaborator. Such a term were shameful.
Yeah, pardon me. Wait for me, Dr. Freeman. I'll come with you. Watch out for the hoppers! They're everywhere! Like that?
West, dive unit down at external jurisdiction.
Cover me while I reload.
Ammunition depleted.
Such a term were shameful. I ask you, what greater endeavor exists than that of collaboration? In our current paralleled enterprise, refusal to collaborate is refusal to grow, an insistence on suicide, if you will. Did the lungfish refuse to breathe air? It did not. It crept forth boldly while its brethren remained in the blackest ocean abyss, with lidless eyes forever staring at the dark, ignorant and doomed despite their eternal vigilance. Would we model ourselves on the trilobite? Are all the accomplishments of humanity fated to be nothing more than a layer of broken plastic shards thinly strewn across a fossil bed, sandwiched between the Burgess Shale and an eon's worth of mud? In order to be true to our nature and our destiny, we must aspire to greater things. We have outgrown our cradle. It is futile to cry for mother's milk when our true sustenance awaits us among the stars. And only the universal union that small minds call the Combine can carry us there. Therefore I say yes, I am a collaborator. We must all collaborate, willingly, eagerly, if we expect to reap the benefits of unification. And reap we shall.
Excuse me.
It has come to my attention that some have lately called me a collaborator, as if such a term were shameful. I ask you, what greater endeavor exists? Unparalleled enterprise, an insistence
everybody. Dr. Freeman, we hoped for one more fighter to help storm that barricade. We never guessed it would be you.
Wait for me!
Head crabs! Take this med kit. Take this med kit.
Remaining units contained.
Someday, this will all be a bad memory.
One of Anything you say, Doc.
Sorry, Doc.
Whoops.
Unit down at stabilization jurisdiction 6.
Deleted.
While I reload. Look out!
Stabilization jurisdiction 3. All teams response code 3. Unit down at stabilization jurisdiction 0. All teams response code 3.
We were looking to join you, Dr. Freeman.
Open the gate! Maybe you can find a way around. Looks nasty in there. Good thing you got that suit. Take this med kit. It's me. Open the door. I see you made it through okay. Figured you would. You lead the way. Freeman? If you were looking for a place to hole up, it's not safe here anymore. They're shelling the hell out of us. Keep moving, Dr. Freeman. I'll send word you're coming and see you up ahead.
all going to end?
Hey, it's me. Run for your life! Nice. Ow! I'm hurt. Help! Okay, come across! Behind you!
Sorry. Head crabs!
I'm hurt. Take this med kit. Like that! Up there!
Cover while I reload. Gordon!
I had a feeling I'd find you here. I've got Dr. Kleiner in a safe spot. Now we can join up with Barney. There's a command center downstairs. I'm hoping to find information about generator locations. Ready? Let's go. Okay, this is it. You take that door, I'll take this one. Well, we're in luck. There's a generator in the square outside. We're trying to disable as many as we can to loosen the Combine's grip on this sector. It'll take me a few minutes to expose the core, then I'll need you to hit it with a burst from the gravity gun. In the meantime, watch my back.
We were looking to join you, Dr. Freeman. This'll do nicely.
Let's go.
Hurry! Kit.
Inner shields are coming down. That's it.
Here, patch yourself up.
Okay, the core is exposed. Use the gravity gun, Gordon. Inner shields are coming down.
Here, take the picture.
That's it. Okay, the core's exposed. Use the gravity gun, Gordon. All right, opening the gate. Okay, Barney should be on the far side of that canal. Well, there used to be a bridge here. Let me see if I can scout a new path. Ah, wait for me here. Down there. Let's head that way. Ah, no! Gordon, run! Get out of here!
Warning. Blood toxin level detected. Automatic medical system engaged. Morphine.
Dr. Freeman! Barney said you were on the way. We got split up by snipers, and he's pinned down in a warehouse up ahead. Go ahead, he's relying on you. Okay, I'm going.
You're Barney's old friend, aren't you? Maybe you can help him. Snipers trapped him up on that warehouse roof. He was going for a cache of grenades, but I doubt he can get to them now. Go on, Dr. Freeman. Wait for me!
Good idea, Dr. Freeman. We thought we'd be safer down here. Little we know the place was infested. The rest of them headed upstairs. They took the chances with the snipers. I guess they're still up there.
Over here! Gordon, I can't move. These snipers got me pinned down. Gordon, lob a couple grenades. That'll clear them out. Gordon, take out these snipers, would you?
Vital signs critical.
The grenades, Gordon!
Medical attention.
All right, thanks, Gordon. Headhunters! Bring it on! Just like old times, eh, Gordon? Let me get this gate. My civil protection status still gives me limited clearance. Did you hear a cat just now? Damn thing haunts me. Watch your head uppers, Gordon!
I'd like to take a moment to address you.
There's an old building up ahead, a bank, a museum, or something like that. Whatever the hell it used to be, now it's a nexus for Overwatch in City 17. It's the main source of pain for this part of town, thanks to a huge suppression device. It's raining down hell from the roof of that place.
We gonna get going soon? Sorry, Doc.
There it is, the Overwatch Nexus. Looks like they're mobilizing big time. You can sort of see the gate from here. I'll show you when we get to street level. We'll have to get in that building to open the gate. Even then, the suppression device will, suppress anyone coming through unless we shut it
I'd like
down.
to take a moment to address you.
Then let's go!
Freeman. Yes, I'm talking to you, the so-called one free man. I have a question for you. How could you have thrown it all away? It staggers the mind. A man of science with the ability to sway reactionary and fearful minds toward the truth, choosing instead to obey.
So much for stealth. We've been spotted! There's that gate I was telling you about. We'll have to come back here after we get it open. If we get it open. First, we gotta get into the Nexus building.
Do what is right.
You're not gonna hurt that thing from down here, Gordon. We'll have to shut it down from inside.
Sorry. Yeah.
I have a question for you. How could you have reactionary and fearful minds toward the truth, choosing instead to embark on a path of ignorance and decay? Make no mistake, Dr. Freeman. This is not a scientific revolution you've sparked. This is death and finality. You have plunged humanity into free fall. Even if you offered your surrender now, I cannot guarantee that our benefactors would accept it. At the moment, I fear they have begun to look upon even me with suspicion. So much for serving as humanity's representative.
Excuse
Help
me.
me win back their trust, Dr. Freeman. Surrender while you still can. Help ensure that humanity's trust in you is not misguided. Do what is right, Dr. Freeman. Serve mankind. Take a moment. I'm talking to you. How could you have thrown it all away? It staggers the mind. A man of science with the ability to sway reactionary and fearful minds toward the truth. Choosing instead to
I'm hurt.
Make no mistake. This is not a scientific revolution you sparked. This is death and finality.
Pardon me. Over here! Hey, everybody, follow Freeman.
Uh-oh, turrets. Hey, you've got the HEV suit. You deal with them. Then I'll work the security console.
You got it, Doc.
My leg!
Great. I'll open this up.
Follow Freeman!
Uh-oh, dropships. They'll be coming from the roof. If we want to get through these shields, we'll have to take out the generators one at a time.
Sorry. Here goes.
Follow Freeman!
Uh-oh, dropships. They'll be coming from the roof. If we want to get through these shields, we'll have to take out the generators one at a time.
My leg! Watch out! Ah, my gun. Here goes. You're not leaving without me. Nice. Here, have a med kit. Here, patch yourself up.
To disable, might as well start with this one. Hey, you got Eli's gravity gun. Try giving those generators a jolt. See if you can shake them up a bit. Okay, 2 more generators to go. Oh, man, Overwatch owns the roof, and that's where we're headed. Set some traps for them, Gordon. Just like old times, eh, Gordon? One generator to go. Wow. With that much security, there must be something good in there. Go for it, Doc. I'll wait here till you shut it down. Be careful. One generator to go. Wow. With that much security, there must be something good in there. Go for it, Doc. I'll wait here till you shut it down. Be careful. it. They're all down. That'll shut down the suppressor on the roof as well. Let's head for the roof now, Gordon. To the roof, Gordon! There's our gate. Let me just get it open. Done.
Dr. Freeman, wait!
I'm gonna stay here and keep these gates open long enough to make a difference. Go on up and connect the sky bridge. We need to let reinforcements come through from every possible direction. If any more citizens come through, I'll send them up to find you. See you when I see you, Gordon.
Hello, Dr. Freeman.
Since you shut off the suppressor and opened the gate, we can really move people through now. The Combine's gonna feel the squeeze. We dropped a crate of rockets coming across the plaza. If you can make it there, you should have everything you need to take down these Striders. Come on, everybody!
medkit.
Record loss detected.
Dr. Freeman! A mess out there. This close to the Citadel, they've turned the streets over to Striders. I think we can push them back if we can just get to high ground. We're almost to the Citadel wall, Doc. I don't know how the hell we're gonna breach it, but you've made it this far. I'm sure you'll think of something. Pardon me. We have to get to the horse!
Through the plaza, knocking over walls, and I think he's looking for Alex. He seems to have it set in his head that she's in the Citadel. I figured Alex wouldn't want him getting any deeper in trouble, but hell, you try stopping him. Hey, don't! Not there! You can't get through that way! I'll be damned. I think he wants you to go through, Gordon. You'd better hurry. And if you see Dr. Breen, tell him I said...
Security alert. Unregistered weapons detected. Confiscation field engaged. Warning. Counter-resonance singularity device detected. Confiscation field security alert. Illegal counter-resonance singularity device detected. Deploy. Diagnose.
So, this is Dr. Freeman. At last. I wish I could say this was a pleasant surprise, but it's neither a surprise nor, as you will surely agree, very pleasant. Well, I am nothing if not pragmatic. Dr. Freeman, under other circumstances, I like to think we might have been able to work together in an atmosphere of mutual trust and respect. Certainly, judging from your brief tenure at Black Mesa while I was its administrator, you showed every promise of becoming a valuable and productive contributor to the scientific process. And yet, I'm not sure what spurred you to it. But there is really no place in this enterprise for a rogue physicist. Your mentors are partly to blame, of course. My disappointment in Eli Vance and Isaac Kleiner is far greater than my sorrow over your unfortunate choice of career path. In a way, I suppose you could not have done otherwise. Who knows what seeds of iconoclasm they planted when you were young and gullible, but while they certainly share a great part of the responsibility for the recent troubles, it is you alone who have chosen to act with such willful disregard for humanity's future. destroyed so much. What is it exactly that you have created? Can you name even one thing? I thought not. I have laid the foundation for humanity's survival. And not as we have narrowly defined ourselves, but as something greater than we could ever imagine. Something we can now only begin to glimpse. Look at what you are throwing away. Is it worth it?
I'll take him from here. Don't struggle. It's no use. Until you're where he wants you, there's nothing you can do. I'm sorry, Gordon.
Carbon stars with ancient satellites colonized by sentient fungi, gas giants, inhabited by vast meteorological intelligences, worlds stretched thin across the membranes where the dimensions intersect. Impossible to describe with our limited vocabulary.
What I've seen is also beyond words, Breen. Genocide. Indescribable evil. Good God.
Well, if it isn't Gordon Freeman at last. What's this? I'll put it over there. You have my gratitude, Doctor. First you lead me straight to the doorstep of my oldest friend, and then you deliver yourself? If I'd known you were going to come straight up to my office, I wouldn't have bothered hunting you in the first place. Having both of you in my keeping ensures I can dictate the terms of any bargain I care to make with the Combine.
Dr. Breen. Wallace.
Yes, Judith, what is it?
The bargain we should be making is for Eli's life so he can continue his research.
Thanks to you, we have everything we need in that regard. You're more than qualified to finish his research yourself. What neither you nor I can do is convince that rabble in the streets to give up their senseless struggle. Yet Eli refuses to speak the words that would save them all.
Save them? For what?
Eli, if you won't do the right thing for the good of all people, maybe you'll do it for one of them.
Alex, honey.
Dad. Gordon?
God damn you, Breen, you let her go.
That's all up to you, my old friend. Will you let your stubborn short-sightedness doom the entire species, or will you give your child the chance her mother never had?
How dare you even mention her?
Alex, my dear, you have your mother's eyes, but your father's stubborn nature.
You haven't seen a bit of it yet.
Really? Well, let's see how well it serves you on the far side of a Combine portal.
Go ahead, Breen. If that's the worst you can do, send us both through your portal.
Oh, it's hardly the worst. But you might find that hard to believe once you get there.
It isn't necessary.
I agree. It's a total waste. Fortunately, the Resistance has shown it is willing to accept a new leader. And this one has proven to be a fine pawn for those who control him.
No!
Don't listen to him, Gordon.
How about it, Dr. Freeman? Did you realize your contract was open to the highest bidder?
Gordon would never make any kind of deal with you.
I understand if you don't wish to discuss this in front of your friends. I'll send them on their way, and then we can talk openly.
Don't struggle, honey.
Dad, I'm so sorry.
Alex, sweetheart.
Judith, what do you think you're doing?
We're doing what I could never do alone. We're stopping you.
Yes.
Guards, get in here! They know you betrayed them. They'll turn on you. Judith, Dr. Mossman, please!
I'm sorry, Wallace. You're all out of time. Don't...
Hurry! Dad, hang on.
You fool!
Watch out, he's gonna...
No!
Oh, no. Don't worry about me, honey.
There's no time, Alex. He's on his way to the portal. You'll need this.
Dr. Mossman, Judith, look after my father.
Don't you worry.
Dad, I'm not saying goodbye.
Never.
Come on, Gordon. Let's go.
Girl.
Gordon, we haven't known each other very long, but I know you didn't have to do this. I had to rescue my father, but you... Well, thanks for coming after me. Hey, listen. That's him.
sent to relay elsewhere. There's no way I can survive in that environment. A host body, you must be joking. I can't possibly...
There he is!
Oh, all right, damn it, that's what it takes. Just hurry, he's right behind me. Oh, shit.
Damn it, not again! Hey, look what he left behind. The gravity gun. He doesn't have a clue, does he? We haven't known each other very long, but I know you didn't have to do this. I had to rescue my father, but you... Well, thanks for coming after me.
It's me you should be concerned.
Hey, listen.
I can still deliver.
That's him.
But not without your help. The portal destination is on 10 of the except elsewhere. There's no way I can survive in that environment. A host body, you must be joking. I can't possibly...
There he is!
Oh, all right, damn it, if that's what it takes. Just hurry, he's right behind me. Oh, shit.
Damn it, not again! Hey, look what he left behind. The gravity gun. He doesn't have a clue, does he? I wonder where he's going. Oh my god. This is the Citadel's dark fusion reactor. It powers their tunneling entanglement device. We'll never have a chance like this again. We've got to stop Dr. Breen. I can't shut it down. Looks like he's turned over control to the other side. You'll have to go into the core and do what you can. Get in the elevator and I'll let you in. Don't forget to charge up your suit. Do your worst, Gordon. But be careful.
Dr. Freeman, you really shouldn't be out there. At the moment of synapse, as I teleport, this chamber will be bathed in deadly particles that have yet to be named by human science. Perhaps when I have the leisure to do the work myself, I'll name one of them after you. That way you won't be completely forgotten. When the singularity collapses, I will be far away from here, in another universe, as a matter of fact. You, on the other hand, will be destroyed in every way it is possible to be destroyed, and even in some which are essentially impossible.
Oh no, Combine soldiers. Where did they come from?
I don't know what you can possibly hope to achieve apart from your own annihilation.
Don't listen to him, Gordon.
I warned you this was futile.
He's bluffing, Gordon. Don't listen to him.
could have told you that was pointless, Dr. Freeman.
Go, Gordon!
Are you still with us, Dr. Freeman? Not for much longer, I think. If only you had harnessed your boundless energy for a useful purpose.
Oh my god. The portal is opening.
I hope you said your farewells. Freeman, you have no idea what you're doing! Don't know what you'll unleash! You could bring down this whole citadel! Think, man! Think of the people below! No! You leave me!
Gordon, we've got to get out of here. Maybe we still have...
Time, Dr. Freeman? Is it really that time again? It seems as if you only just arrived. You've done a great deal in a small time span. You've done so well, in fact, that I've received some interesting offers for your services. Ordinarily, I wouldn't contemplate them, but these are extraordinary times. Rather than offer you the illusion of free choice, I will take the liberty of choosing for you, if and when your time comes round again. I do apologize for what must seem to you an arbitrary imposition, Dr. Freeman. I trust it will all make sense to you in the course of... well, I'm really not at liberty to say. In the meantime, this is where I get off.
Lamar? Lamar! Blast that little... Where did she get to?